Well, today was quite interesting. Um, I did get some stuff. Um, some of you will know my good friend Chris. He is over on YouTube at Zodium slash iToilet9, whichever Google wants to call it now. I will link his channel in the description. But we have done videos together quite often now. We've done it a couple of times. Well, anyway, he gave me a couple of things today. The first one being this Power Mac G4, which is kind of ghetto rigged, as you can see. We'll get into that later. He also gave me this Supermicro LGA 771 base Xeon board. As you can see, we have dual Xeons. Those are dual Xeons based on the Core 2 architecture, I believe. And that is 12 gigabytes of RAM. He doesn't know if this board works, and we did try to test it. I think he's going to upload that video very soon to his channel. So yeah, we did try to test the board. We could not get it to post, but we did plug in a old power supply I have in the closet. We plugged it in, put a makeshift heatsink on one of the processors, took the other one out, and when we shorted a couple of jumpers up there, a little LED light came on. But that was all the farther we could get it. We couldn't really whatchamacallit, we couldn't get it to post. So I don't know, we'll have to he's gonna come over again someday, and we're going to give it a good once over and really mess with it to see if we can get it to work. So yeah, that is the Supermicro server board. And then here's just a spare stick of RAM I had lying around because this is DDR3. He also gave me this, but it won't work in that board since it's DDR2. So this is 8 gigabyte DDR3. I believe this is full buffer DIMM RAM, so, or frame buffer or whatever it is. So I don't know if this will work in a traditional desktop. Might find out someday, but that's 8 gigs of RAM. That's quite a lot. Yeah, so I was originally supposed to be going, also getting, in addition to this Power Mac, an iMac G4 17-inch. I will be getting that hopefully next month. So that's that. Anyway, here is the Power Mac G4. As far as I know, he got this computer without a power supply, and he had to Jimmy rig one in here because didn't want to spend the $50 to get the proprietary oblong shape, well, irregularly shaped Apple PSU. So we Jimmy rigged a 250 watt in there. Well, he did this. He was able to you know, solder the right connections because the connections inside here are proprietary. So he was able to get just a traditional ATX power supply to work in there. It is a Delta power supply. I believe it was pulled from an OEM desktop, but it does work. The only way we could get it to fit in there was if we have it through the front like here. This is the only way we could get it to fit in the case without with it, so it'll close. So you have to prop these two things open because there's a fan right there, and this power supply is being overworked because the original power supply in here was like a 350 watt. Because this thing has dual PowerPC G4s, so it is pulling a lot of juice from this power supply. So yeah, it's being overworked a little bit. I might spend the $50 and just get the new power supply for this thing, but that depends on how much I value this computer, and if I really just want to like get it done right. But anyway, that's that. I'm not going to go ahead and pop it open because that'd be too much work, but here it is on the internet and stuff. It's running Mac OS 10.4. Whoops, just about to cover the microphones again. It is running Mac OS 10.4, as you can see. Trying to figure out how to do this. Okay, there. So it is running 10.4, as I will show you. Sorry, I just got interrupted, but yeah, anyway, if you go into About This Mac, you can see it is running dual 1.25 gigahertz PowerPC G4 processors. It has 2 megabytes of level 3 cache per processor, so I guess Apple wanted you to know that. An ongoing joke for people who've been watching me for quite a long time. It has 2 megabytes of cache! So yeah, it has 2 gigabytes of DDR RAM And then yeah, Mech OS X or Mech OS 10. It's a joke. Anyway, yeah. So that's the highest version of Mac OS 10 this thing can run natively. I think I don't know if they have gotten 10.5 to run on here, but it probably hasn't run. Probably doesn't run very well, considering how this is quite an older computer. But it does go on the internet just fine. Let's see if we can go YouTube. I wonder if this will work. Oh, and by the way, I have it connected via Ethernet to my custom build. And then yeah, so there it is. Let's see if this thing will play a YouTube video. Let's look at. It's already kind of laggy, but I don't know. Oh, hey, let's play this Amazon Prime Air thing, because that is quite a cool concept. I just want to see a video to see if it'll work. Oh shit, it's actually sort of working. Maybe. Maybe. Where are my buttons? That's kind of strange. I don't hear any sound either. Wait a second. I think it's lagging up a little bit. Struggling just a little bit. Huh, there it is. There's sound. It's playing the video. This is decent. For an old computer like this, this is pretty decent, other than I don't see any buttons. They're kind of invisible. But I would declare it playable, working. Oh, and I hear sound. Well, that's kind of cool. Whoops, just covered the fucking microphones again. That's kind of cool. Good to know. So yeah, it does browse the internet. Okay. Well, IP address, don't want that. Yeah. So that is that. Pretty cool computer. Like I said, I might invest in a $50 power supply for this thing so I can get rid of this ghetto rigged thing. And he also said he hasn't tested how long this will run without like overheating. So yeah, he said he tested it for like 24 hours and it was fine. So yeah, should be okay. I believe this is a Graphite PowerMac G4. Nice little computer. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but never turn down vintage Macs. I have an iMac G3 at my other house, and this is obviously quite a bit better. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, that is basically the computer updates. Well, my computer stuff for today. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.